Hey everyone, it's Riley, and today I'm setting up October in my bullet journal. So for this month's theme, I did a really minimal baking theme, and I've actually done this one once before in a custom bullet journal, but it's been so long and I really liked it, so I decided to use it in my own journal. So if you're wanting to plan along with me, you'll need your journal, 2 markers. I used really muted tones, and then a black pen or marker of some type. The journal that I'm using is one from Archer and Olive. They're my absolute favorite. I love their journals, and I will have a discount code for their products in the description in case you're interested. Also, at the end of this video, I am going to be flipping through a custom bullet journal that I'm making for one of you guys to win to use in the year of 2022. So all year long in 2021, I've been setting up this custom bullet journal, taking all of my 2021 themes and putting them into this journal for 2022 that I will be giving away on my channel in my December Plan With Me video. So coming up in about 2 months. So stay tuned to the end of this video so that you can see the flip through, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that when that December flip through does come, you can enter to win that giveaway. So grab your stationery and let's plan October. So here's the Archer and Olive journal that I've been using for the second half of 2021. I am going to link my setup video above in case you're getting ready to set up your 2022 bullet journal, or you're just looking for some simple yearly spread ideas. So like I said, this month's theme is a sort of a minimal baking theme. So I'm going to be using these 2 colors. This one here is one of the Crayola Colors of the World markers, and then beside me you can see a Tombow dual tip brush pen, and I'll have the exact colors linked below. But I'm just using the 2 of these to draw some like baking shapes, and I'm going to add some detailing in later on. So if you've been around my channel for a while, you probably know that I never like to go in first with like pencil or black pen or whatever. I always go in first with marker and then add the black pen after. So that's exactly what I'm doing this time. I've got like an oven mitt, a pepper shaker, a carrot, a little spatula, all kinds of little kitchen doodles kind of concentrated on the center of my page here. So now you can see I am using a black fine liner. This fine liner is from Mr. Pen. It's really similar to like the Sakura Pigment Micron fine liners. And yeah, I'm just using it to add some detailing to each kitchen item. Now the final touch for my cover page is to write October, so I'm using, again, a very fine tipped fine liner, and I'm just writing out October in kind of like skinny little bubble letters. Not totally sure what to call this font. So that's my title page, and now over to the left side, just like I've done every month this year, I'm making a memories page. So I'm going to use that same font to write out memories in the corner, and then sprinkle a couple of those baking doodles around the page. And this is a page that I really love in my journal because throughout the month I'll paste in like pictures or tickets for something, or just write down little blurbs about fun things that we did throughout the month that I want to remember. So that's it for this initial page. Now moving on to the next page, as usual, I'm going to do a big 2-page monthly calendar spread, and I'm using my Crayola Colors of the World marker to draw all the outlines. Now I do get asked a lot about drawing straight lines, even though I don't think my lines are that straight. I guess I'm just not very picky when it comes to straight lines, but the key is to pull the marker towards you. Try to keep like your wrist and your hand and everything pretty stiff, and then just like pull using your shoulder even. Yeah, just pull straight towards you, keep everything tense, and that should help you with your lines. Also, don't forget to go slow. My video here is sped up to like about 3 times the speed, and I'm still moving pretty slow on these lines. So that's my secret for drawing clean-ish lines. Now I'm using my Tombow dual tip brush pen to write in all the days of the month. Now over in the margin, I'm using some of this craft paper washi tape. This is from OBUJO, and I use it seriously all the time in my custom journals. I haven't actually been using it in my own journal that much, but I decided to incorporate it this month. So it's this nice wide washi tape roll that's just craft paper. You can choose if you want it to have a design on it, like a grid or a dot grid, or if you just want it blank. So this is my grid patterned craft paper washi, and that's what I'm using to make the headings here. So like I said, it's from OBUJO. I will have a discount code for OBUJO down in the description in case you're interested in the craft washi or any of their other products. So as you can see, I put my little YouTube schedule over there. So I generally post every Tuesday and Friday. So I've written out all the Tuesdays and Fridays in October, and then a space just to write what video that's going to be. And then down below that, normally I do like a goals section and have like a goal for each week, but I am switching this up a little bit this month. So this is actually just going to be a note section, and then I'm kind of migrating my goals to the next page with my tasks spread. So another key feature of this theme is sort of a thin double outline for my boxes and stuff. I have been really loving this lately. I've been using it in all of my weekly setups. So anyways, super simple, just using my fine liner here from Mr. Pen to draw sort of a 2-layered box around my notes and my YouTube schedule. Moving on then, we've got the tasks page, and I have kept this page pretty well the same all year. I am switching it up a bit, so instead of just having boxes for things like YouTube, home tasks, instead of that, I'm actually going to break things up into more of like a schedule. So I'm going to have a row for each week of the month, and then I'm going to have a column for my YouTube tasks and a column for other tasks. And like I said, this is I'm kind of migrating my goals over here, because my goals was never really the right word. It was basically just the big task that I wanted to complete that week. So now I'm just kind of including that here in my tasks page. So there are 4 full weeks in October, so I've got a row for each week, and then I can write down all the YouTube tasks I want to do that week, and then all the other tasks, which are typically things like, cleaning stuff or baking or whatever. Those can go in the other column. Moving over to the other side of the page here, this is where I usually do like some sort of check-in. So where I'll write down things that I'm grateful for, or things that I'm enjoying or learning. So that's what I've done all year up until now. But I've noticed that the past few months, I haven't really been filling it in. I've been like leaving it till the very end of the month and then like scribbling down 2 points, like not much. So I decided to switch this up, and I am trying to focus more on being intentional with my YouTube channel and not just kind of coasting, but actually taking intentional steps to grow my channel. So I decided to have a whole page this month dedicated to YouTube, and I'm just leaving it wide open because I'm not really sure what direction that page is going to take. So finally, those are all of my monthly spreads. I don't use that many monthly spreads. Now I'm moving on to my first weekly spread of October, and for my weeklies I use a rolling weekly style. So that just means that I don't set up the entire week in advance. I go one day at a time. So what I do is I make this page right here, which I always call like my weekly dashboard. So it just has a small box for each day of the week and a tasks list. And then this is just kind of my dashboard, and then as I go through the week, I'll make much bigger sections for each day. So typically on Sunday night, I'll set up my spread for Monday, and I'll take the events and the tasks from here, my dashboard page, and transfer them onto my bigger box for Monday. And yeah, with the rolling weekly style, you can just take up as much space as you want and need for each day of the week. So sometimes my rolling weeklies only take up like 2 pages, sometimes they take up 4 or 6 pages, just depending on how many tasks I'm trying to get through each day of the week. So anyways, I hope that that made sense. I do plan to do a video at some point about how I make my rolling weeklies, so stay tuned for that. So I'm just using some of those key baking shapes again, the rolling pin and the oven mitt here, and then a little spoon to put around my title. So the other washi tape here that I'm using is from the washi tape shop, all the stuff that's not like craft paper, in case you're interested. And I will have links for all this kind of stuff down in the description box in case you want to check any of it out. So that's my weekly dashboard, and then as I go throughout the week, I'll just set up bigger sections for each day as I need them. So let's quickly flip through this little October setup. So here we've got the title page and a spread to record some memories. Then I have my big 2-page calendar with a spot for my YouTube schedule and some notes. Then I've got a tasks page and my sort of open concept YouTube page, and then my first weekly spread of October. So that brings me to the end of my bullet journal setup. Now I want to show you guys the custom journal that I've been working on all year. So here it is. It's one of the Artist Loft journals in my favorite color. I love this light gray by them. So anyways, you can see all of my themes for 2021, like here my yearly paint roller theme, and all the monthly themes that I used in 2021 are in this journal for the year of 2022. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I will be giving this away at the end of November when I post my December Plan With Me video. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do that so that you can stay tuned for my videos, including the video where I give this one away. So you'll see all the months have, similar to me, they have a monthly title page, and then they've got a memories page, and then a big 2-page calendar. And then after that, the weekly spreads. I just kind of switched up and did different weekly spreads each month. So as I'm doing this quick little flip through here, let me know down in the comments if you're looking forward to this giveaway, and if so, which monthly theme are you the most excited for? Which one do you like the best of all the ones that I've tried this year in 2021? So here you'll recognize my September Dutch door that I just recently made. And honestly, looking through this journal, I feel like I hardly remember some of my earlier themes from the beginning of this year. But now we're getting into familiar territory here, and here is October. So the baking theme that you just saw me set up in my own journal is also here for October of 2022. And I feel like this month might be one of my favorites. I feel like I always think that about my most recent month, which is good. But anyways, and here are the weekly layouts where each page is divided into 4 sections, and there's a spot for notes and tasks. Thank you all so much for joining me to set up October in my bullet journal. I hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more bullet journaling content.